And happy Monday afternoon, everyone. This is Stephen Salvatore here. I just finished up my trading day here with my TopStep live accounts. I made $1,815 today. Felt like I overtraded a little bit, but my executions were fairly good. Let's go over my trades for the day and see what we can learn from it. Alrighty, everyone, so here we are. Let's get into it for today, Monday, November 25th, 2024. So, short week this week. We got Thanksgiving on Thursday, so, futures are open all week, but you only have 3 U.S. sessions open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So short weeks like this around the holidays, it really just gives me kind of anxiety because these short weeks always trade differently, and me being a full-time trader, I'm always itching for good action and good weeks, so I get kind of disappointed when I come to these weeks because they're going to be kind of light. But sometimes you still do get some good volatility, and we just had a huge election. Trump won. Obviously, the market's very accepting to that. And on top of that, he picked his Treasury Secretary over the weekend. I'm drawing a blank on the guy's name, but it was a good thing. Market loves it. And futures were up huge this morning and ran more after the bell at 9:30 and have kind of backed off since then. But all-time highs across all the indexes. So me personally today, I traded Dow Futures strictly all day. Let's see, go ahead and move this so you can see my P&L. So I trade on, made about $1,815 across 5 accounts today was my total. At one point I was up about $2,500. I backed off. I made one mistake on a trade today, but everything else was executed great. So let's get into my trade. So as most of you know, follow me, I trade off of, when I day trade, I trade off of the smallest time frame. So the 1 minute is really kind of where I'm looking, and I have linear regression running on even lower time frames on the 30-second and 15-second to kind of see where the short-term trends are going and where the momentum is. But today, so here we go, Dow Futures. This is my first trade right at about 9:33-ish. So two things I do when on the open every day. So I set the 15-minute range, and I also do the first 6-minute range, not the 5-minute. I actually do a 6-minute range off of the 9:30 bell. So what I mean by 6-minute range is I won't trade usually till about 9:36. Sometimes, like today, I jumped in a little bit early only because there was just heavy momentum on my linear regression algos that I write myself. These are my own indicators and signals that I make that tell me market momentum that I trade off of. But on shorter time frames, on a 15-second and 30-second, the momentum was strong on that third candle. So I jumped in a little bit earlier, and here we picked up. Now, where I was disappointed today, where I kind of overtraded today, I was a little antsy today. And the reason why I was antsy today is you're always going to be antsy when you're at all-time highs. We are at all-time highs in November here on a holiday week. So, really as a trader, you're saying, how high can this market just keep going? The Dow was up nearly 450 points in the pre-market. So really, when you're jumping off the bell like this, it's really hard to hang in there. Even though my algorithms and everything's telling me to stay in, it's really difficult as a trader. I've been doing this a long time to just, it's huge. These are huge numbers the market's hitting. So that there's going to be pullbacks. So I really trade with caution. So usually, I'm always trading on at least a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 risk reward. But on days like this, I'm going to take profit, especially on early morning trades where I catch some short scalps. Today was definitely a short scalping day. I think my longest trade today was maybe 5 or 6 minutes. Very quick in and outers today. But the first one, we caught a piece. I had heavy momentum on that third 1 minute candle, and we did okay because, again, we had a nice risk to reward on it. So I marked here. So as you can see, I have this area marked. This was an area of interest that I had marked from the pre-market. So at around, I like to mark, I started doing this a couple months ago, but you get those kicks of volume. When you watch the pre-market in the morning, you'll see 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., you get those kicks of volume. And the reason why you're getting those kicks of volume is because you have certain exchanges opening up or certain brokers opening up for trading in the pre-market. So you do get some rushes of volume into the market, usually with stocks, but it's going to have a major effect on the indexes. So I do, on occasion now, mark these areas. So I had an 825 area of interest that I marked, and I marked this one right here, which was a 9 o'clock area of interest. Again, because we were up and we're expecting pullbacks, I wanted to mark some of these zones where there's volume, so if we fell off at 9:30, I would start looking for some volume areas on that pullback to maybe get into some longs. We didn't get that. It jumped right off the bell, which was kind of surprised. I kind of thought we were going to get a bigger pullback. It did pull back a bit off there, and that was why I took that trade. Again, it pulled back through my area of interest, but it busted right back through. 2 very bullish candles. Momentum was huge on a linear regression, so I jumped in. And I jumped in figuring I could catch something quick, and I did. The first trade paid nicely. Then I kind of let the market settle in a little bit. We're getting through 9:45, and it got really choppy here. And I held this as an area of interest, but the volume dropped pretty significantly. So I figure at that point, it looks like the market's running out of gas. Let's start to look for shorts. So, we got a bunch of candles here in a row in a consolidation, but I was feeling bearish on it. So when we broke, I took a quick short there. And I kind of set my target here, so I moved it back because I did get out of the trade earlier. Again, I was trading with caution today, so I was taking profit quick. But my target was to get back into this order block. Didn't quite get there, so I closed it up, took that profit, then we kind of went back into a consolidation, and I waited again for a second break because I knew the second break would go deeper into that order block. We made a third good solid trade here, but these are all very small trades here. And then we had a nice run here. This was the one I was mad that I missed, so I really had hoped to get in on this one. I did not jump in on that one. I didn't like the volume, but it did move back up, and then when it peeled off here, I grabbed another short here in this area. So all in all, it was a good day. Like I said, I executed well because everything kind of did what it was supposed to do. We have this big, huge order block here, this huge area of interest, which was kind of the whole morning, all the way up to 11 o'clock. And then finally, as you can see here, we fell off finally and broke through that. And now, at noon, it's coming back. But I'm done for the day. I locked out my accounts for the morning. I'm happy with the results. Profitable day is profitable day. I felt like I could have done a lot better today. I feel like my big trade was this one right here, which was kind of the one I was waiting for all morning. You see, I got kind of, sometimes as traders, you really need to stick to a plan. And, because my initial plan for the day, starting out, was really to get a pullback into this order block and set the long. And I did finally get that, and it would have been the biggest trade of the day, but we did miss it. But I did pick up a nice early one, a couple good shorts, and overall, I'm very happy. So what do we learn from this today? So, I like to kind of try to get something out of every day, something new that I can kind of try to improve myself with the next day. I've been doing this 7 years, but again, you're never going to master it. It's always going to be a constant move forward with this to try to get better. And I feel like missing that one trade today was kind of something that pisses me off, because again, it was my original plan for the day. The way the market was shaping up, that was really the big move that I was hoping for. That really would have been a big trade. It would have been the difference between what was an $1,800 day. It would have been probably a $4,000 day. at least, maybe 5, if I had caught that one. That was really the big one that we wanted. So what do we learn from that is, sometimes you just got to stick to the plan. I got caught up because I had these 2 shorts here, kind of distracted me into thinking, okay, this is the direction we're going now. I had made a couple profits. I had exhausted myself with a couple early trades. And this was a point where I was kind of relaxing. I might have went and made myself a cup of coffee. I had gotten through a couple trades, and the market was kind of moving into some weird directions and getting a little bit choppy. But that was when I got the big move. And sometimes you really just got to be patient for that. The key with trading is patience. You got to be so patient. You got to wait the market out to death. Like, you got to wear the market out. Don't let the market wear you out. You got to wear the market out with your patience. You got to sit there and be willing to wait as long as you got to wait for, when you know it's coming. And I've been doing this long enough to know when you're going to get big moves like this, and I got it, and I'm a little bit pissed that I missed it. But I am happy with my execution overall, because even in the chop, I was able to come out profitable, which tells me that, my strategy is tight and it works. And, if I can make money in little chop zones like that, that's excellent. But you do always want to take advantage of the big moves that are there, that we're all going for. So again, drop some comments in there. We'll help anyone out with any questions they may have about trading. Again, I'm a professional trader, been trading for 7 years. I trade for a fund in New York. I trade professionally for TopStep on a funded account. I have 5 XFAs with them. I trade my own portfolio. So I've been doing this a long time. Profit all the time. I've had green months for 3 years now. And so anyone needs any help with anything, feel free to shoot me a message. But I hope you guys got some out of it. We'll be back again tomorrow on a short week to see what happens next. Take care, everyone.